I just start by saying that I love your books. I've been reading them since the summer before my 6th grade. I'm a big fan, and it's an honor to interview you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
No problem. Now let's start with the fun part. I've read the book and it's amazing. And over the past 2 books, you've adapted them into movies and made it big in Hollywood, especially because of The Fault in Our Stars. Now, do you picture yourself adapting An Abundance of Catherines into a movie in the near future?
I have received a lot of questions from fans about that, but sadly there's no set plan in the near future to adapt it. But if it was up to me, I'd love to. We had a production company buy the rights to the film, but that deal fell through. Hopefully our team will find another company that is willing to help us put our work out on the big screen for the fans.
Well, we hope and pray that our dreams become reality. Talking about reality, will you ever attempt to make a non-fiction book, or you prefer fiction over anything?
My love for fiction overcomes my love for any other genre. I feel like if I started writing nonfiction, my writing style wouldn't be able to shine through, and it would feel very boring, and I would have lots of limits. Whereas in fiction, I have all of the freedom in the world. That's what I love about fiction.
Interesting. So, have you always been writing? When do you think your passion for writing really made you decide that you want to be a writer for a living?
I've loved writing since I was little. It was a hobby more than anything, but I think the first time I ever was inspired enough to decide to write a book and make this a living was after I attended Indian Spring School, which gave me inspiration for the setting of Looking for Alaska, which later on became my first book ever published.
Wow. Now I have to ask, did you ever find Alaska?
Read the book for more.
Is there something else that has pushed you to write the way that you do, and to the audience that you direct your books to?
I love writing for young adults because they are so curious intellectually and have a whole different way of perceiving things. I love being able to write nonfiction novels to buy. To maybe help them relate to a certain character or situation, and maybe helping them deal with that later on. I'm very lucky to have the platform that I do.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing what typical or random things can inspire us to create art, essentially. Well, we know that you love writing, but is there any other activity you enjoy doing in your free time?
I sure do love to roam around YouTube. I have an online series called Crash Course. It's very educational and is intended to help students. It's just nice to be able to provide another tool to help them study or understand a certain topic, because it would have been amazing if I had these type of tools when I was growing up. Definitely would have made things better.
That's incredibly considerate of you. I know by personal experience that Crash Course really does help students. I mean, it helped me pass my world history class, and I owe you a big one for that.
That's great. I'm glad I could help.
Look at your online series on YouTube. I saw that you uploaded a video with former President Barack Obama. How was that? I'm sure you were nervous. I mean, to be in the presence of such an iconic and important political figure, but did you have fun?
It was so much fun. Obama is amazing. He's hilarious and a very down-to-earth man. I respect and look up to him very much that when he went on the show, I asked him his opinion on what I should name my unborn child. We gave him a choice between Eleanor or Alice. He then answered with saying that he is neutral and decided to not give preference.
That's so funny. What do we do without him? So, you love writing, obviously. You enjoy participating in making YouTube series on your free time, obviously. What is another thing you could tell us about yourself? Something nobody would know about you.
I don't think a lot of people know about this. Maybe some really dedicated fans know that I run a sports account at Sports with John. I created it in 2010 and have been running it since then. Soccer is my favorite sport, and I enjoy it very much. I am a huge fan of Liverpool.
Whoa, I'm sure my father would love that account. All of my family members are avid fans of soccer. It's a big staple of Mexican culture. Do your family members join in on the soccer madness?
Yes, I have somewhat forced them to love soccer, but they really don't mind. At this point, my wife Sarah has just given up. She just brings snacks to the sofa, and her children, Alice and Henry, to enjoy some family soccer time.
That brings back so many memories from my childhood.
Growing up, I suffered with mental illness from OCD to anxiety. That really outcasted me as a child, and I was bullied by my peers.
You are truly inspiring, Mr. Green. I would just like to ask one last question before you leave. When do you think you'll release your next book?
I don't think I will be publishing anything in the near future. Maybe further down, if I create something that I truly love, I will publish it, but for now, I'm focusing on another project.
We will all wait patiently. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Green. It's truly been an honor interviewing my favorite author.
You are so welcome. It was an honor to be here.
Now you all know a little bit more of one of the most talked about authors. Thank you for joining us. See you next time on In the Mind.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.